Hi, warrior, it's Traviseen here, and welcome back to our adventures with the Gnome Warlock.
Greetings.
Today we are back in Nagrand, guys, and we are going to go and see the Blade Master. We are going to hear his tale. Let's make our way over there, guys. Hope you guys are doing well today. I'm doing pretty good. This orc is pretty damn interesting. Well, he's not really an orc. He's half orc, half Draenei. His name is Lantresser of the Blade. Pretty epic character in World of Warcraft. He was not accepted by either race. The Draenei did not accept him because he was a living reminder of the horrific war and demonic corruption that tore their society apart, which was the Fel Orcs. And the Orcs thought he was an abomination, lacking the pure, brutal bloodline of the clans. So yeah, here he is. It's very tall too, taller than most Orcs, since he's like, you know, half Draenei, half Orc. Very cool character, in my opinion. Let's hear his tale.
So boldly stands before Lantresser of the Blade. Do you not know death by sight, boy?
I've killed many of your ogres.
Do you not know what I am?
Should I know? You look like an orc to me.
An orc. I am a blade master of half-orc descent.
And the other half?
Draenei, and because of this I am neither. Not orc, not Draenei. My own kind are a rare breed, most having been killed decades ago. I live because of my strength of will.
I've heard of your kind, but I never thought to see the day when I would meet a half-breed.
Bite your tongue, traveler. I have seen things in my lifetime that you have only heard about in legends. I have killed man, woman, and child without remorse. Under the banner of 2 warships of the Horde I have served, and now I rule Boulderfist.
My apologies. I did not mean to offend. I am here on behalf of my people.
And what do your people want of Lantresser, traveler?
My people ask that you pull back your Boulderfist ogres and cease all attacks on our territories. In return, we will also pull back our forces.
You know where you are full? This is Ogre Land, Vol. Before Orc, before Draenei, there was Ogre. Yet you wish to start a war that you will inevitably lose. Boulderfist will crush you, and if Boulderfist does not destroy you, Warmaw will, but I think your leaders already know this.
We will fight you until the end. Then, Lantresser, we will not stand idly by as you pillage our towns and kill our people.
Perhaps there is another way? I will agree to your leader's demands. Only if you do exactly as I ask. With your assistance, we may be able to help each other out greatly.
All right, so there we go. There's our little diplomatic chat.
So what is your decision? Will it be war, or will you lend your assistance?
All right, so it looks like we are going to lend our assistance.
Kill Sorrow Fortress if my plan is to work. Search the fortress for crates of Kill Sorrow armaments. Bring whatever you can find to me. Kill Sorrow Fortress is located directly south, and a little to the west of the Burning Blade ruins. These are Warmaw Ogre banners that I recently acquired. I want you to travel to Kill Sorrow Fortress, directly south of here, and kill as many of the Kill Sorrow filth as you can find. Drive a Warmaw Ogre banner through the heart of each fallen Kill Sorrow soldier. Return to me when you have completed this task and the other that this plan requires.
All right, so there we go. We got a few quests to do for Lantresser. I think we'll head down here and we'll deal with Kill Sorrow. This is the way to go. And yeah, he's the ruler of an ogre clan now. The Boulderfist ogres. He used to be a part of the Burning Blade clan, the Orc clan, but they got corrupted by demonic Fel energy and started serving the Burning Legion as Fel Orcs, and that turned Lantresser of the Blade into an independent. And then he traveled to Nagrand and did something extraordinary. He conquered the Boulder Fist Ogre clan via, I guess, fighting his way to the top, I guess, because it's the way you get leadership over them is through combat. So I guess he fought their leader and then defeated him and became the leader of the Boulder Fist Ogres. I guess his strength in combat is what got him into the Burning Blade clan as well. Because orcs are sort of like ogres too, right? They come from the same lands of, I guess you can call it Draenor or, I guess Outland now. So they respect combat. So I guess that's how he was able to get into the Burning Blade clan, even though he wasn't a pureblood. Oh yeah, we have to plant these banners. Let's make sure we do that. There's a few more bodies back there. Maybe we'll go back and plant some banners before. Oh, they disappeared. There's one right there. There's a paladin. We stuck in the... There we go, we got out of it. And he's smart for teaming up with the Alliance and the Horde. This is also a quest that the Maghar orcs tell you to do on the Horde side as well. Because they also want to take down the Boulder Fist Ogres. So he's an intelligent orc, he's not like Garage Hellscream. Where he's all about just, going in and just destroying everybody. Very aggro, doesn't really think too much, just acts. Which worked out for him, but doesn't always work. Especially if you're the side that doesn't have the upper hand. And supposedly in Warlords of Draenor, he's like a garrison NPC you can have. Supposedly, you can recruit him to your garrison, and you assign him to work in the mines. Which is kind of a shame because he's such an epic character, but. I completely forgot about that. The thing is, I didn't really know who the heck Lintrester the Blade was, or got into his quest chain until I started playing TBC, I think. Because back in the day, like when I would quest through TBC, I just did it as fast as I could. I didn't really read the quests. I just wanted to level my character so I can get to end game as soon as I can so I can start raiding, right? Or PvPing. It's only until I started, like, making videos on this channel that I actually started, like, you know, diving into the quests a little bit more and actually checking out the dialogue. Now I've done it multiple times. And the Knicks they're doing really well. I think they got they're 2-0 over the Spurs right now. They completely stole home court advantage. It's going back to Madison Square Garden. They're going back to Madison Square Garden up 2-0. Team's just playing great. Towns has played really good in the second game. Brunson played like very well, even though he got a bit hurt in the first game. Like the whole team's playing well, to be honest. It's gonna be a tough uphill battle for the Spurs to win, but I don't know. Maybe they can do it, but I think the odds are greatly in the Knicks' favor now. Hopefully they don't blow it. They just don't have that animosity towards the Knicks like they had with the Oklahoma City Thunder. The way they acted at the end of like beating the Thunder, it's almost like they felt they won the whole thing, right? They showed a lot of emotion after they beat the Thunder. So I'm not sure if that is a factor here, but I'm not going to take anything away from the Knicks. They're a great team, playing very well. I was saying this a couple videos ago as well. Like I just like the way they're built. You know, they have a lot of solid defensive players, and a lot of people say defense wins championships. Big fan of OG Anunoby, Michael Bridges, and Karl Anthony Towns. I know Karl Anthony Towns isn't too like much of a defensive player, but his all-around game is pretty damn good. Yeah, there was oh man, this is rough. I don't know if we'll be able to survive this. Hope so. Have to get this guy down pretty quick. Maybe I can do a Halter and heal a bit here. That was a pretty good Halter, I think. Got one down. Send him on a little fear again. Hopefully you don't pull more stuff. Sometimes is the case when you fear like that. Don't run to more, please. No, no. Why do you gotta do that? Alright, Juggin. Do your thing, man. We'll fear another one. Fear this. When should we fear this guy? Good Juggin will heal you up a little bit more. Go get him. Yeah, there was Summer Games Fest went on. It's a lot of announcements for games. And an MMO. Which is surprising it was actually announced. Guild Wars 3 was revealed at the Summer Games Fest. It's pretty cool. Don't usually see many MMOs get announced. But that was nice to see. I'll go back and plant some of these banners here. Never played Guild Wars 2. When I played New World, I heard New World was a lot like Guild Wars 2. So it's probably a pretty cool game. I like playing New World. Oh, man, they're just spawning on top of us. Let's see if we can find some more here. Yeah, pretty bombshell reveal right there. A lot of good games were announced. And it's their first new game announcement since 2012, guys. 14 years since a new Guild Wars game. And supposedly there's going to be some massive shifts in the franchise. So what they're doing is supposedly instead of moving forward in time from Guild Wars 2, they are going to be moving backwards. So it takes place over 1,000 years before the original 2005 game, which I think is kind of cool because a lot of people like me, if we started playing, right? If you for playing in the past, you know, we're kind of learning the beginnings of Guild Wars, which is pretty cool. And then you could check out the other games later or just look into their stories, kind of figure out what happens from, you know, based on what's being done in the new game. You don't really need to play the other games either to understand the game, in my opinion, when games do that. Supposedly it's set in a lush wilderness frontier version of Ore. Not too sure what Ore is. Long before it became the Sunken undead wasteland, which is currently the way it looks in the modern era. So I guess it's sort of like in Burning Crusade, right? Sort of like what they did with Warlords of Draenor in World of Warcraft. You know, Outland is like I guess a wasteland, you could say, in many of the zones. Is gonna go pull more stuff. But in Warlords of Draenor, you know, it goes back to its like lush wilderness frontier that you know, Draenor used to be before it became, I guess, Outland. It was completely destroyed by the Burning Legion. That's a pretty bad comparison, though, because Warlords of Draenor is considered like to be one of the worst like expansions in World of Warcraft. But the thing is, this Guild Wars game isn't really an expansion. It's a new game, right? It's like World of Warcraft coming out with World of Warcraft 2 and completely updating the graphics and all that stuff. Supposedly you play as a Veil Warden who's a part of a adventurers guild dedicated to protecting the land and its ancient magic. Not really sure what a Veil Warden is, but I assume you're just somebody who's a protector, right? That's what a warden is. The world's inhabited by nature entities called Veil spirits. There's a central spirit called the Seeker, which acts as every player's spiritual connection to the world and function as your primary open world mount. So they're gonna have you're gonna have a mount right from the beginning of the game, I guess. And the core story centers on rival guilds clashing over whether to protect or exploit Ore's massive raw magical bounty. Got some patrols coming here. So it reminds me of New World, right? You have like factions and they fight each other for territory and stuff, and you get like bonuses when your faction controls territory. I wonder if that's still going to be the case in Guild Wars. So I always heard it was like New World in that sense, or New World was like Guild Wars, I should say. And supposedly it's on Unreal Engine 5, which is a pretty new game engine. I assume like if they ever did a World of Warcraft 2, it'd probably be on that as well. Or maybe World of Warcraft would make, or Blizzard would make their own engine. Who knows? All right, let's plant this last banner here. It's going to have momentum-based combat. So a lot of movement going on. It's built from the ground up to support both keyboard and controllers, so they're probably going to want it to be a game, an MMO that you can play on console, which is a pretty smart move. More players, right? Okay. Get out of here! Leave me alone! There we go. Should probably finish that guy off. Coming to chase us. Maybe we can fight this guy. Hit that one too. Hopefully Juggin's okay. I gotta keep Juggin alive. Is he gonna die to the dots? I hope so. Nice. And for the first time ever in franchise history, Guild Wars is going to launch on console as well. It's going to officially launch on PlayStation and PC, so Steam. It's pretty cool. I think we'll turn in a few quests here. A smart move. I wonder, and since it's on PC, I assume that it's going to be on Xbox, right? Because I think Xbox is going to be like allowing people to have Steam on their Xbox or on their new console, right? So if it's on Steam, it's pretty much on Xbox, I guess, eventually. And what's going to happen to Guild Wars 2? Supposedly, they're just holding back details. We'll eventually find out in like a week's time what their plan is with Guild Wars 2 and Guild Wars Reforged. Assume they'll probably, slow down on content, but maybe they'll be able to find a way to make an eternal server, right? Sort of like what they do with World of Warcraft Classic servers. Because I think people would enjoy going back, or going forward, I guess you could say, with Guild Wars, and seeing, what happens in the future of the game. Future of the story, I guess you could say.
There I was, tumbling in a patch of prickly undergrowth with a Talbuk stag hand to hand. Only my sharp knife and keen hunter's intellect to save me. All of a sudden, I'm jumped by a pair of fierce windrock hunters that came at me from the skies. Their cowardly attack didn't help them any though. And while I have their beaks as trophies, I received an infected scratch out of the ordeal. Kind of nasty and I'm in a lot of pain, but I'm sure it'll heal up in a day or two. Adventurer, you did it. There's only one thing left to do then. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. It's just a scratch. Just the same, I think you'll have to fill in for me one more time. You must seek out the great Baklor King of the Stags.
Oh, there we go. Got
It's
a
okay
Baklor
if you
quest.
take friends along. Bring me one of his hooves. As confirmation, look for him leading his herd in the far west of Nagrand.
I don't know if there's any Nagrand. There's a Ring of Blood, but they want a healer. And these guys probably want a tanker. Chad the Gnome. See, I wonder if we can get an invite to Ring of Blood. Get up there. Nice. It's a paladin. Leave him alone.
Excellent. Our next target will be the Laughing Skull Ruins. Can you imagine their puzzlement over what is happening, Traveler? This will be glorious. Now you must plant the seed of war in the fat, useless heads of the War Maul. To the northwest near the mountains you will find the Laughing Skull Ruins. Do you recognize those banners? They are Kill Sorrow banners. I want you to take a stack of Kill Sorrow banners and plant them on the corpses of War Maul ogres. Remember, northwest is where you will find the ogres. Your rampage through Kill Sorrow Fortress has provided us with a special opportunity. We have enough bodies to make it appear as if a great battle has taken place. Travel to the Laughing Skull Ruins and find the Laughing Skull Courtyard. There should be a blazing pyre in the courtyard. Make sure the area is secure, and then use this blanket to send up smoke signals. When my ogres see the smoke,
He doesn't want to
sneak in
fight.
and plant the bodies of slain Kill Sorrow soldiers. That should be the final straw.
Alright, so we have to go all the way up here and take down the Kill Sorrow. I guess that's a pretty good quest to do while we're trying to get a group going, or find a group for Ring of Blood. We don't really have to do it, but it's a nice quest chain to do. It's pretty fun too. I hope we find a group for it, but it's kind of a pain as a DPS. I think we tanked it on the Paladin, so it was a little bit easier to find a group, which is usually how it goes on a Paladin, right? Easy to find dungeon groups. Or as a tank Paladin, it's easy to find dungeons and groups for, like, tough quests like that or Ring of Blood, but for raids, it's a pain. Yeah, guys, there we go. I think I'm going to call this episode here. Next episode will probably, head out and just take down these Cleft of Mastery and Windrock Mastery quests. That'll get us a few more elite quests that we can do. And we'll be getting closer to 68, which will unlock a few new dungeons for us, Mechanar, and also the Medivh Dark Portal dungeon, Black Morass, in the Caverns of Time. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.